Did you know that in a One Piece SBS, Oda gender swapped each of the Straw Hats, which ended up being a great foreshadow to Law's waifu transformation? And interestingly, it wasn't just their external designs that changed, but also their personalities. Luffy having the most dynamic change, stating that he'll eat salad and become the Pirate Queen. Zoro would no longer be a three-sword style master because he can't risk breaking his teeth. Nami is still the same, maintaining her direct authority on the ship. Gender swapped Usopp is still a coward, saying things like "I'll die if I go to that island." And Chopper is still Chopper, who's very proud of being a doctor. Sanji is still a chef, but he only does sweets. The real question is, does he simp for men or women? And if it's women, does he simp for himself? Robin's personality did a complete 180, and she's basically just another Law. Frankie still desires to be super, and since Brook is a skeleton, he's just confused over the whole ordeal. Did you know that in a One Piece SBS, Oda gender swapped each of the worst generation, with the exception of Blackbeard, because I imagine that'd be way too cursed for everyone. Gender swapped Law is something out of fairy tales and dreams, and I still can't believe we actually got to witness this in One Piece next to a female Beppo. Bonnie as a guy is basically the same. If anything, she just looks like Shanks. As for Beiji, my guy just didn't change at all. Gender swapped Kid is absolutely amazing. She looks more like a badass than actual Kid. And honestly, I give the same pedigree to Killer, and for some reason, the mask makes him look cute. Don't know how I feel about a gender swapped Drake, but she looks very honorable. Kind of reminds me of Tashigi, which isn't a compliment. As for Hawkins, he's pretty much transitioned from a fortune teller to an astrology major. Gender bender Rouge is basically a combination of nightmare fuel and brain rot. He kinda looks like Shrek. As for Apu, well, at least this looks less annoying than his actual character. Did you know that in a One Piece SBS, Oda gender swapped the Warlords of the Sea, and some of them got me feeling some type of way. Crocodile is a walking 10 out of 10, saying things like "I won't trust a single soul, but I totally believe in divination," alluding to the fact that she's probably an astrology major. Moria still looks like an onion, demanding everyone to get their stuff together, but with a heart emoji. Teach is adamantly confused because his epithet is Blackbeard, but he doesn't have one. Boa just didn't change at all, saying things like "I'll be forgiven cause I'm hot," and since he looks identical to Shanks, I'll take his word for it. Doflamingo seems to be obsessed with cake buffets, and I'd rather not dive into the innuendos of what she's talking about. Mihawk is claiming things like "you have to surpass my beauty," and gender swap Zoro definitely surpassed that feat. Jinbei honestly didn't change that much, and she seems rather wholesome. And Kuma is asking "where would you want to go on vacation?" and my answer is anywhere with Croco Mom. Did you know that in the One Piece SBS and Viver cards, Oda revealed the favorite foods of the fake Straw Hats and the real Straw Hats, so let's compare them. Luffy is a fan of every type of meat, so that's extremely suspect. As for the fake Luffy, he likes getting smashed at the pub, which is equally as suspect. Zoro is a fan of white rice and anything that pairs well with alcohol. As for his counterpart Manjaro, he likes miso soup, so at least the theme is on point. Sanji is a bit bougie and likes spicy seafood pasta and anything that pairs well with tea. As for Drip, yes, that's his name, he just likes soda. Robin likes sandwiches, unsweetened cakes, and anything that pairs well with coffee, and Coco likes cucumbers, which is completely out of left field. Nami likes fruits and tangerines, while Chocolat likes sour oranges, so pretty similar. Usopp revels in the flavors of the fish of the season, while his counterpart Moot Bountain, or whatever, he just takes to beer. Chopper loves cotton candy, while the fox Nora Gitsune likes all types of meat, so he would get along pretty well with Luffy. Frankie is our all-American Chad who loves burgers and fries, while Turco for some reason likes face cream. These are some of the smartest things the Straw Hats have done in One Piece. Zoro sacrificed his pride and decided to train with his enemy, showcasing that to become the best, you learn from the best. When Nami lends money, her interest rates are 300%, and Zoro actually took her up on this offer. Sanji intuited lost true intentions at Dressrosa, and his quick thinking actually saved his life. Usopp created Nami's climate act and his giant slingshot Kabuto, and the return on investment has been immense. Chopper made the Rumble Ball, and that alone says everything. Frankie built the Thousand Sunny, and its out-of-pocket features continue to inspire me. Brook actually uses his head. No, seriously, he has a hidden compartment there, and that's where he stored the poneglyph rubbings. Jinbei made a short-term alliance with Beiji's pirate crew, and that's how everyone safely made it out of Whole Cake Island. Now, Luffy is an idiot, but he figured out how to be Crocodile on his own turf using water and then his own blood. And the smartest thing Robin ever did was subscribe to this channel. I suggest you do the same. Did you know that in a One Piece SBS, a fan asked Oda what role each of the Straw Hats would have if they were an actual family? And let's just say the answer that Oda gave is a perfect mirror of their actual dynamics. Zoro is the oldest son, with Sanji right behind as the second, which kind of redefines their brotherly rivalry. Nami is currently the only daughter, but I'm still putting out hope that Vivi will be the second when she finally joins the family. Usopp is the third and Luffy is the fourth, but based on their relationship, they're more like twin brothers. To some, Chopper is emergency food, attitude, but for others, he's the youngest son on the crew, which makes every moment that he has with Robin that much more wholesome because she's the mother figure of the crew. Frankie used to be the father, making that Robin ship truly one of wonders. But since Jinbei joined the crew, he swiped that fatherly role, relegating Frankie to the pervy granny. As for Brook, he's the grandfather. He's just far past his expiration date. The Zoro-Chopper dynamic is probably the most underrated duo in One Piece, and it has nothing to do with power or ideology. It's just the ultimate big bro, little bro relationship. Because Zoro has this unspoken confidence that just emanates badassery, and Chopper is like the starstruck little sibling. He just looks up to Zoro and has the utmost respect for his older brother. And Zoro not only has a soft spot for Chopper, but he's also slightly protective, which is why when Chopper often falls in the sea, Zoro will be the first one to save him. But Zoro is also not afraid to give him some tough love, with one of the best moments being when Zoro scolds Chopper after the Foxy Pirates took him in. And although Chopper was upset, he manned up and understood what Zoro was talking about. Now post time skip, we get a lot less of these moments, and I think that's just a testament to Chopper growing up. But when it's all said and done, they're the real dynamic duo. The pretty popular question I get is who is the smartest Straw Hat? And disregarding the obvious Luffys of the crew, the majority of the Straw Hats are actually quite intelligent, such as Brook, who literally doesn't have a brain, but by all stretches of the imagination, he's a creative genius. Sanji is the most consistent voice of reason, unless women are in the discussion, but to his credit, he has great intuition. Usopp has an array of technical skills, an inventive mind, and he's an expert liar. Now Robin is an archaeologist who has a deep understanding of world history, but there are clear and obvious gaps in her knowledge. Chopper is a talented doctor, but he couldn't distinguish the fake Straw Hats from the real Straw Hats. Now Jinbei isn't intelligent in the conventional sense, but he's extremely wise. As for Frankie, he's basically robot Chad Vegapunk. But canonically, the most intelligent Straw Hat is Nami, and that's because in the SBS section, she was actually ranked number 3 in the entirety of the East Blue behind Ben Beckman and Captain Kuro. Did you know that Oda answered one of the most significant questions in the One Piece SBS? How do the Straw Hats eat their eggs? Luffy likes his eggs sunny side up, almost raw with mayonnaise. It's kind of questionable, but since his specialty dish is raw meat, it makes sense. Zoro likes his eggs slow cooked over easy with shoyu, and I assume he drinks sake on the side. Frankie is pretty similar to Zoro, except he has butter shoyu, and I assume he has cola on the side. Nami likes her eggs sunny side up, coddled with orange sauce, and I assume she just has bags of money on the side. Usopp enjoys his eggs over easy, coddled with ketchup, which is how I ate my eggs as a kid. Brook is pretty similar to Usopp, he just has his eggs sunny side up. I guess the Afro power is that intense. Sanji likes his eggs over easy, coddled with karakuchi sauce and a dash of daddy issues. Chopper likes his eggs over easy, slow cooked with syrup, and as a fellow Canadian, I respect it. Robin likes her eggs sunny side up, steamed with black pepper, which is how I eat my eggs now. And Jinbei likes his eggs sunny side up, steamed and salted, probably because it reminds him of the sea.